Hi, Rich here, and today I'm going to show you how to play Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring, and I've realised how British I sound when I say that out loud on camera. So let's get stuck in, some great power chord stuff, some great riffage of this classic pop punk tune. Let's get into it. Here's the intro. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that B5 to start with. So 2, a 4 and a 4. 2 on the A string, 4 on the D string, 4 on the G string. Now, for some of you new to power chords, you can either play it as a 3-finger power chord, which is how the Offspring guys tend to play it. But you can just omit the one on the G string, the higher note, and just play 2 on the A string, 4 on the D string. Completely up to you, it's your preference. Then we do a similar thing. 2 of those, and then we go to the F sharp 5, 2, 4, 4, but on the next strings down. Go to an A5, which is open A string, 2 on the D, 2 on the G. Back to our B5. So we've got this so far. Then after that, play the B5 again. Slide it up to an E5 on the 7th fret, so 7th fret of the A, 9th frets of the D and the G, and then play a D5 straight after by just going 2 frets lower on the 5th fret of the A, 7th frets of the D and the G. Like that. Here's that whole riff all the way through. And it just loops that a few times. But right at the very end, you just stop playing to allow the bass to take over. So it's like this. Now during the verse, there's just this very high-pitched kind of note, which I always thought was just on the 7th frets of the B and E, and technically that's correct. But after watching some live footage in preparation for this, it seemed like Dexter Holland and Noodles were both playing the 11th fret of the G and the 12th fret of the B. So you get... which you could play on the 7th fret of the B and 7th fret of the E. The only difference is the tone, really, slightly different tone. So there's no right or wrong there, but if you want to be more authentic and play it like the guys do in the band, then go for that 11th fret of the G, 12th fret of the B. And it's this kind of rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Notice how I'm trying to mute the notes in between each one by just relieving the pressure. I'm not pressing the string against the fretboard at that point. Just kind of almost like dun, dun, in time with the music. Just keeping the pressure on when I need it, and then relieving the pressure when I want complete silence. So there's the verse. The chorus gets a little bit more involved with quite a lot of variations. It's not exactly the same thing all the way through, so I'll go over those variations with you. So here's the chorus first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the chorus, we have a B5 to start us off with. 2 of those, 7th fret of the E string, 9th frets of the A and the D strings. Then we get F5 sliding to F sharp 5. So that's 8 on the A, 10 on the D, slide up, and we do that twice. Like that. So you get Do all that again. Then we go to the D5, 5th fret of the A, 7th fret of the D. So 2 of those before I go to the A5, 5th fret of the E, 7th frets of the A and the D strings. Back to that D5, and then that's a D5, slid up to the E5, so 2 frets higher. Play the E5 again, 2 D5s, and the A5. Like that. So that's the first ending. Here's what we have of the chorus so far. So when we do the next part of the chorus, it starts off similar, but there's a slightly different ending. Sounds like this. Broken down, exactly the same as before. But then this ending. So that's D5 to E5. So 5 to 7. Back to the D5. So similar to before, but this little ending. You get E5, F5, E5, D5. So that ending is 7, 8, 7, 5. Here's the chorus so far. Then the third time it goes round, same as the first. Fourth time has a different ending though. We go all the way up to this G5 on the 10th fret of the A, 12th fret of the D. And that's doing 2 of those before we go to the D5, 10th fret of the E, 12th frets of the A and D before we go back to the G. Then we go to the A5 down here on the 5th fret of the E, 7th frets of the A and the D. And that's 2 A5s, just the open E string on its own before I put the A5 back on. So here it is from the G5. And then to finish it off with the hey, hey, do that brand new thing. I think of the lyrics. So go like that. So we get this whole which is B5. Then we get F sharp 5 on the 9th fret of the A, 11th fret of the D, and we come down chromatically. Just 1 fret at a time. Then we get 2 D5s, followed by an E5. Back onto the B5. So you get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the whole chorus slowly and then played up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it does all the same again, what we've seen. So we've seen the riff, we've seen the verse, and we've seen the chorus. All exactly the same before we go into the bridge, which is mainly vocal and percussion led. But we get these stabs, so we get this. Like that. So that's a B5. And you kind of slide out of it. So hit it once, slide towards the end of the neck. But then we lead in to the next one with an A5. So 5th fret, lead into the 7th fret. And we're always sliding out of it. So like a 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the last one, hold the B5 on and then do a pick scrape just to give it that bit of rock and roll excitement. I'll play that all the way through again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after you've done that bridge part, we go into the main riff again. Then we go into the chorus, the final chorus, slightly different at the end because it keeps repeating the G5, D5, A5 open E string thing. So if I just play it through, hopefully that will make sense. Nothing really changes, you just got to repeat a few other things. So here's the last chorus up to speed first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I mean? Exactly the same, just do the G, D, A, E thing 3 times. Here's that whole final chorus slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. There are all the guitar parts for Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring. See you next time.